Hello, everybody, to our weekly Tiara Talks. And today, here with me is Dr. Alison Miller, my really, really loved partner. We have so much in common, value-wise. So I love to have this talk with you today. And we actually have these talks every week, somehow around the same time, because it's a good excuse to have nice conversations in our busy lives, conversations that interest us. And somehow we hope that it also gives some inspiration to your week. And today's topic, we have come up with something that is both dear to your heart and my heart, Alison. It's about why we should always invest in ourselves and our own inspiration. Yeah. And just not for any other reason than that we feel a calling, we feel called to do that. Yeah. So, and of course, this is also inspired by my latest experience where I have gone into a 1.5-year-long commitment to follow my calling. And so I was also curious, Alison, why are you doing it? Why are you still in all these years with all your busy life, you keep investing in this calling, in this curiosity for yourself?
So you're talking about like investing in taking time to do,
Yep.
You could call it personal growth,
Yes.
professional growth. I sort of see it as it's kind of a spiritual journey for me, an expansion. And I feel that it's essential because I'm in a leadership position and I lead a team of, well, 2 teams now of people. And leadership is really challenging. Living in a human body is challenging. Having a nervous system that can get rattled, that's challenging when you show up to lead. And the thing about going off and doing all kinds of programs, I recently did a program called Authentic Relating, which was just, understanding that human beings actually have the capacity to communicate in ways that make a difference, and how to do that and to practice that. I am leaving on Sunday to go to Mexico, where I'm doing a week-long breathwork retreat, because what I've come to learn, and this is for myself, is that it's really the most important priority to be a highly effective leader and really to be able to show up and lead in ways that even surprise me, that I didn't even know were possible, comes down to the regulation of my own nervous system and being able to feel safe. And so it takes ongoing commitment and practice. And, it's just, there's a never ending, humbling number of layers of, patterns in me that actually really don't serve the larger vision and goals. And they're not really how I want to live my life. It's humbling to realize that it's like, as my teacher says to me, it's really like a journey of many lifetimes. It's not about perfection. It's not about getting somewhere. It's this, thawing out over time, dissolving the layers of patterning that really interfere with us feeling like we're living a life aligned with who we really are at our essence.
It's really a journey of discovery. And we often forget that in our busy lives, that it is all about the discovery. And then, like, I love it that you say it mostly often surprises you what comes out and how that you can lead in new ways that you haven't even thought would be possible before that. I have the same experience. I always come out with something really magical, surprising. It also often is a synchronicity. There are questions living in myself, like when we all come in new life circumstances. Life happens when we are busy doing something else. And in these new life circumstances, I have also new questions coming up. And then somehow when I heed the call, when I follow my curiosity and inspiration and sign up for something like that, it's never a mismatch, never, ever. And there is a synchronicity that I get answers to questions that I haven't even spoken out loud. So, and I love magic, you know how I love magic. So this is also a huge reason why I keep doing it. So another question, Alison, I would have for you is, so I know that you have done also a lot of things, even these last 2 years when you have become even more busy, and of course the rest was going on, but you did it. And how does it translate into your work, and how does your environment benefit from this investment that you make?
Such a good question. I mean, there's so many things I could say to that. I think that, you know, the work helps me recognize, you know, what my choices are, that there's whatever's automatic, there's when I step back, and it's given me a much greater capacity to step back and recognize is that there are far more choices and options of how to respond to whatever is arising in the unfolding of running business, you know, two businesses, then it seems automatically. You know, there's that, and then all of the different things I've been doing and investing in, even during COVID, this time of the pandemic, I think have helped me in a way relax, feel safer, be more connected to myself, connected to a sense of quiet in myself, and opened up my receptivity. I'm more willing to receive myself as I am without judgment. I've learned how to work with the version of me who is present, and then adjust accordingly based on the version of me that's there, so that I can move out wisely into what I'm doing, instead of being unconscious to the version of me. Oh, this is not an ideal version of me. I've got to work with that so that I can lead in a way that feels aligned.
Yeah. You mentioned a part that is so critical. It's a stepping back part. And it's so funny that even if we take a day off and do that, we already feel how by stepping back and we slow down and we get a clearer picture. It's like when you are very close to the wall, you don't have a real vision. And so that is important. And also the choice part, that more choices come up there, and you come back with direction, and also often more relaxed, and also inspired and filled up again. And this is actually, I think, that your soul says, well done. We have worked together, and you have given a voice to this inner part of you that is so critical for all of us. Yeah. So is there anything else, Alison, that you would like to add there, or maybe a call to action, or invite our audience?
Well, I guess I would say it always feels like there isn't time, but it's really vital to our lives that we have some kind of context that helps us see what we cannot see. Because by seeing what you don't normally see about yourself, about your patterns, about life, about relationships, that's a key thing that opens up the door to that greater choice that I was talking about. We all have things that we don't know. And in personal growth, you know, spiritual growth, professional growth, it's not about shaming ourselves or beating ourselves up. It's about being able to see ourselves with clearer and compassionate eyes, so that we have more choice.
Exactly. And I would extend that to, especially if you're listening, if you have taken the time to listen to this, take a next step, be bold, make time, take a day, maybe take a weekend, and be surprised how nearly reborn you come back into the world, and you are a much more centered and also like a more sympathetic person for your environment, the better version of you. Yeah. Thanks all for listening here. If you like what we are talking about, you can sign up to our YouTube channel, and then we have these talks every week. Maybe you have a comment, you have questions. Reach out to us. We are here for you, and we are in this journey together. Yes. So have a great weekend. Bye.